Great. Thank you so much to join this call, and very happy to be with you today, and especially live stream. So it's a premiere to do that, and we're looking forward to do it each month. So very excited to be with you today. And so what we're going to do today is like we're going to give you a little bit of so first of all, just a little bit of vision, even if maybe you know what we do, but I think it's as it is our first call, we will do that this call, and next one obviously will not do it. And then we'll speak about what matters a lot these past days is the migration to Cosmos SDK. We'll tell a little bit where we are in this process. Then we will also talk about partnerships, what we've been so far and what the next step. And also, as I said, we'll do this event each month. And at the end, obviously, we're happy to answer any question you may have. Let's start. So yeah, so most of you know IOV, but I think that we just wanted to make it very clear, like we are here to make sure the blockchain goes to mass adoption and we bring blockchain to the people. And this is really a long-term goal, but we are really dedicated to that, which means that everything we do, it's around this purpose, is to really bring the blockchain to the people, meaning simplify at the extreme so anyone in the world can use the blockchain. We believe as well that at the end of this process, maybe nobody actually will know that there is a blockchain behind. And that's something very interesting, but I think that you could see the blockchain as some kind of a pipeline you used to use on the internet, like phone cable to access internet. Now you use optic fiber, and it's just in the background, it's just faster, it works better, and that's the same for the blockchain. So, but the blockchain, it's not just information we exchange, it's like in any kind of exchange of values. So we see a blockchain as a tool, so people could actually exchange any kind of assets. So we are very, very passionate about this goal. We think that we can achieve it, obviously, and that's something that we will keep in our target. So now, why we are migrating to the Cosmos SDK? So we are super excited to announce it now a couple of days, or at least 1 week ago. Why we are doing that is very simple. One is like it's very easier for our partner to work with the Cosmos SDK. So because they know they already use the Cosmos SDK, so it makes the life of our partner easier. So that's the first point. Second is like also because we want to be able to use IBC in many different areas. One area that's going to be very interesting is secondary market, but there is also other area which is going to be very interesting for us. And so we want to use IBC. Obviously, IBC is a module of the Cosmos SDK, so we wanted to be able to use IBC. And the last one is just like we want to focus on what we think we will do the best is the name service. We put a lot of energy to design what we think is going to be one of the best name service in the space, and we really want to focus only on that. So it was mainly the three main reasons for why we migrate. And the great news is like, I mean, the community say a lot of great stuff and say, yeah, it's great, it's a migration. So maybe I'm going to give a little bit of where we are in this process. So we already have a private testnet which is working with the Cosmos SDK and with a block explorer and a lot of tooling around, so which means that we can, register star name, create sub star name, transfer star name, and do a lot of cool stuff. It's a private testnet so far because we are in the last round of feature improvement. And the next step is going to be we open this testnet to strategic partner, meaning our validator, meaning our close wallet partner, and other partners we really like. So we estimate in 2 weeks we will have this, testnet open to strategic partner. We are really close, so very exciting. So this is on the dev side. On the migration side, so we announced last week that we are migrating to Cosmos XDK. Officially, we started on Monday the migration process for our IOV token holder. And so far, we got a good response because we already have, like, I don't know exactly the number, but I think it's between 15 to 20% of the amount of token has been migrated. So we estimate that probably next week will be close to 50%. And in 2 weeks, we should have, I think, I mean, it's difficult to tell, but the goal is around 80%. Some of you contact us to have questions. That's normal. We are here to help you. So this migration is not difficult to make. If you have any questions during at the end of the call also about the migration, we'll be happy to tell anything. About the wallet partnership. So obviously, our close partner, they know already about this migration and they are actually really happy about it, including our first, like, I would say, big partner, Cosmos Station. So they totally understand the move and they actually want to, they support us in this move. So as soon as we make the testnet open to strategic partner, they will continue the integration. So in around 2 weeks, we will communicate all the information and they can continue the integration. We had also a very good conversation with open sources wallet. So that's the work we will do, and we'll start it as soon again we have this testnet open to strategic partners. So we have a bunch of wallets, and some are big. So that's going to be very interesting. And we will present more initiatives around wallets because we have, I think, really a unique vision of what needs to be done. And we are this kind of project that we unveil things when they are ready for prime time. So we will have more things to see in next AMA, not this one, because this one is really focused on the migration, but the next one we will really go deep into what are we planning to actually do in the mobile space, and we have a big plan, and I think that's going to be pretty interesting. So, we like to show stuff when they are ready for prime time, and we are working on things that will be ready for the next AMA. Okay, so as I said, next call in 1 month. That's one thing I want to say. And after we go to question, but I want to say something is like, we got some calls from our competitor. That was kind of funny. And we believe we have really a unique position. So there is things that we don't share. We would like to share with you, but the thing is like, we also have competitors. And they actually look very closely what we are doing. Some of them copy us already. That's kind of funny. That's a good sign, actually. So we will tell you more stuff next time about the mobile integration and vision. Also, we'll speak about, so we didn't go into detail about the specification of the testnet, because we want also to keep some surprise. And so in 2 weeks, you will know more precisely what is the key advantage of our name service compared to the other. But what I can tell you is, like, honestly, I think we have the best sets of features. So yeah, very exciting time for IOV. And also very exciting because we knew that, I mean, we by the past, we communicate with you, but that's the first time we do a live stream. I think that also it shows that we are really happy to do that. And yeah, so let's move on to the question now to answer all your questions. So let me see. Okay, great. Questions? Is there anyone has any questions?
Yeah, Antoine, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, that's Eric. Yes, first of all, thank you very much for the organization of this Zoom conference call. Very useful to see your progress, and congrats for the Cosmos migration. Great news. Just wanted to say also that your initiative regarding the IOV Academy, which took place yesterday, was great. Yesterday or 2 days ago, was a great success, and a lot of questions. And I was extremely pleased to see that some asset managers are creating a crypto asset fund, which is clearly a great news for a company like IOV, according to me. But maybe a quick question from me. As you have seen on Telegram, there are a lot of questions regarding the listing on exchange. It has been postponed, and I think there are a lot of questions around the timing of this. Could you give us kind of idea regarding the listing? Not asking you, of course, a precise date, but I think there are a lot of questions around it.
Of course. So I'm going to start to answer, and then maybe Karim, if you want to add anything, to add anything. First of all, so this migration to Cosmos SDK, we officially announced it, on like last week. But to be honest, I mean, we did internal research to know if it was possible and everything. So it was really our main focus, and I'm going to explain why. It's like we are here for long term, which means that no matter what's going to happen, we are here to win. We are here for long term, and we want to make sure our technology is sustainable on the long term. So when we start our research, it was clear that we could do the migration now and not after the listing. It would be so difficult to do it after listing. So part of this process is like, yes, we need to do the migration before going to listing. Doing the opposite, meaning going to listing and then doing the migration, would be so much complex, because even now it's around like the number of IOV token holder, it's reasonable, so it means that for the migration it's totally doable. But after that, as soon as you go to exchange, the number increase a lot, and then it's much more difficult to migrate. So that was really why also we are pushing a lot on this migration. So now the estimate about listing. We going to, the goal is to open the public testnet, to our strategic partner in 2 weeks. And we believe that we can migrate end of June. So that's going to be quick. After that, it's all on our side to decide the listing. We already have like exchanging. We talk with exchange that love the project and wants to list us. It's matter for us to pick the right moment. But when I say that, it's obviously not yours. We are here to win, which means that the listing is super important, and we will go to listing. So it's not matter of years; it's more matter of months. So you have a first indication that the migration we target end of June. Starting from there, it's end of June, July, August, September. It's this kind of range. So. Yeah, but I will not give you a specific date today. That's not the purpose, but to just give you the perspective of what we're trying to do. Maybe Karim, if you want to add some specific.
Yeah, sure. For sure. I mean, for us, the listing, it's we want to win. I mean, we want to create as much demand as possible for our token and for the star names, and it's. For us, we see that as a combination of different factors. And we know that if certain components are coming together, then we have a great opportunity or much better probability to win. And those components are getting enough traction on the star name, which we progressively get to this point. The other thing is, like, we want to make this project very real, meaning that we want to have real integration, into wallets, but also, as Eric mentioned, there's a number of other like asset managers and in real industry who understand our technology, who want to use the star name. So we want this technology to be to find real applications, which is the case now. We have a lot of demand, and we're trying to see what is the base case to start with. And third, I mean, of course, all of you know that we are living a worldwide sanitary crisis. During this period of time, there's a lot of doubt and risk adversity, and still the blockchain is considered as more risky project than others. So we want all these components to go together so that we're in the best shape to launch. It's very much like preparing a competition or preparing an exam. You want to be in your highest level of potential, which is soon.
So thank you for your explanation.
So to make it shorter, I would say as soon as possible. And we believe that like end of June might be feasible. September, October, like for sure, hopefully we will have launched by then.
Hi guys, it's Charlie Fleming here. Great presentation. Thank you both very much, and very clear on the process. I suppose the real thing is, from my aspect, is making the awareness of IOV out there, and I agree that the timing needs to be right. To me, it sounds like what's been going on the last couple of months and what will happen for the next month or so is obviously an upgrade and on the operational side and the technology, which is great. And then what we need to do is try and get the awareness of IOV up, I think, once we're ready to go. Obviously, listing on the exchange will help with that, a bit like a crowdfunding type thing. It does increase your exposure, which is great. But again, I think it would be useful to involve the community as much as possible and come up with some strategies as a community, especially as founding partners with you guys, is to come up with that. So I just wanted to bring that in a group setting. If anyone's got any ideas on how to build the awareness of IOV, I think that's also crucial to the success once the technology has been implemented with Cosmos.
Yeah, I totally agree, and it's obviously very key. And we are very focused as well on this part. What I can tell you is like we are at a stage where we actually show progress. We start with we launch, now we migrate to Cosmos SDK, and we continue to deliver. We want to push a big marketing campaign as soon as we migrate. That's the idea, is like really because the product will be live, so it means that you will be able to use it. So it's not something that in the future, it's like now. So I think it's much more effective than even if now we have people pre-register star name each week, which is great, which means that actually people are first ready to pay, and then they believe in the vision. So that's great. But that's going to be around the idea of how do we differentiate with our competitor. And we differentiate so many ways. And we feel very strong about the way we differentiate. So that's not going to be difficult to do great marketing around our key strong elements. That's also something that we'll share more next AMA, because as I said, everything that we say here is being recorded, and I know that some of our competitors will watch, and I want to keep some surprise. But yes, for sure, community is key. That's why actually we do this first live stream today, and we do each 1 month. And that's true also that each of us in this video call can play a role, and we'll put that big that everyone can play a role. And you know, the goal is very simple for us. It's really like, we want to make to mass adoption. And it starts with a name. It starts with a star name. And so there are going to be some actions that everyone can take that plays on this purpose, and is to move to mass adoption. So we'll unveil some marketing thing after we migrate to Cosmos SDK.
Maybe,
that's great to hear.
Maybe to be just a bit more specific on the applications. Today we're talking with a number of potential partners who are really like our technology and want to implement the name that themselves as a way to scale their business in the blockchain. So to name a few, we're talking with people doing invoices, people in arts, people in finance, and all these industries are very important, because we think it's really a way for us to accelerate. We believe, I mean, there is I would say a double effect in this content. One is making the technology real, and proving that the star name are really a way to accelerate like bringing blockchain to the people. And the other thing is also for token holders, seeing that, like anticipating that we have a good vision on the internet of values, meaning that in the next years, there's going to be not 1 or 2 or 20 blockchains, but millions of blockchains. Just as there is millions of websites, there will be millions of blockchains using, like for one way or another, the token to exchange values. And this is where IOV has a great space. And this anticipation will be seen in the way we develop our business, and in the way we develop our strategy as a way to make it real. To really, we're not, I mean, we love blockchain, but we're not doing blockchain for the technology aestheticism. We're doing to accelerate business and like improve the web as it is today.
Is there other questions?
It sounds like that's it, guys. But thank you very much for your time. Really interesting. And like I said, feel free to reach out and discuss anything with the Fleming family. Rory was on the call as well, and Chris was here as well. So, and I know Eric's on the call as well. So we're around if you need us.
Sure. So if there is no more questions, we close. Thank you so much for your time, and looking forward to do a next session next month with more good stuff. And yeah, very excited about what's coming.